Have you wondered how all classes ranking look like? After playing 9 months of...
No, not that one. I mean, Dragon Nest 2 Evolution all drops DPS ranking.
Well, it looks like this. No messing around, here's what I found. I excluded the character's skills attack patterns like linear attacker, AoE, zoning effect, and etc. because most of the players can feel it and have their own answers. I only list the control abilities that's crucial, because these might be the reason they have their current DPS rate for balancing purpose. Okay, first I will talk about DPS tier number 1. Number 1, WaterArtillery result problem. Magic kills damage dealt in training ground and wild match scales differently. 5 level different but 3.5k damage different. At the early stage, Magic Chaos damage dealt reached almost 35% of its total damage dealt. As the character grows, the Magic Chaos damage scale lower and lower in total damage. In this case, Magic Chaos damage reached less than 10%. With the stats 15k attack, 4k agility, 67% final damage. About the reason, I will talk about later in GrowthImpact. Next, FireGladiator Potential. As some of you have already known, Punishment attack has an effective proc. When target HP is below 30%, its damage multiplies by 1.6. As the HP gets lower, its max is multiplied to 1.8. So for less long runs, FireGladiator do deal higher damage and late as a chase-out mechanism. So yes, it could get higher. DPS tier number 2. LightGladiator Potential. LightGladiator has another skill rotation equipped with direct shot. It reduces Infinity Blade cooldown that allow it to use twice in 1 minute and increase average DPS, but it only useful in this 1 minute. In real PvE, you want to use it with 30% damage buff. But why Potential? Because if used well, Infinity Blade can proc dodge slash and get more DPS. Also, the player's skill it needed is higher than other classes in overall, or you can lose DPS chances. You can see the DPS result is higher than average result before. The shift ability is also useful whether in PvE or PvP. Plus slash shift your location instantly to the target. Damn, it's a bit cool. About its range, it's quite long. There's a flaw though. Sometimes dot slash procs by itself. And ignore when you're tired to chase forward. For shooting a movie that can end you. Move you The Unbalanced WaterMage. Like WaterMage, time rate does affect its intelligence aura buff, which sounds normal, right? But the 12-second time rate duration finish, intelligence aura CD left 34 seconds only. However, FireWarMage time rate doesn't affect its intelligence aura buff, doing 15% damage buff but only increase 30% CD reduction for 12 seconds. Since it's a buff only for itself, yet doesn't affect intelligence aura, by the time the spell cooldown is ready, the damage buff not yet. DPS tier number 3. FireBarbarian Unbalanced and Potential. Compared to Light Barbarian at tier number 1, FireBarbarian is a bit too low. The core skill Bone Crash need warm-up time. In the early stage, its DPS is really hard to follow up other DPS classes. But look at how the skill damage multiplies. 5 layers of Acrimony can increase 125% damage, and 1 stack of Wrath increases damage by 200%. The damage calculations become... Let's check about the damage. So yes, it does go up more than 4 times damage. With the same stats testing FireBarbarian, Bone Crash is same or higher than Destroyer ulti. a mecha to chase up DPS in long layers run. WaterChaosMage Unbalanced. WaterChaosMage DPS is not high. Despite a lot of AoE skills, still it is unacceptable. If energy domain cooldown reduction is an AoE buff for allies, that might be acceptable. But it is not. Any player who fought against Chaosmage will know, Chaosmage skills can send players flying up high and still attacking them. Which is another point I want to make about Unbalance. Air-Superiority. This is Super Hunter, another class branch from Archer, from Dragoness SEA. Air-Superiority also means you can dodge attack on the ground. Let's see what she can do. I take this skill to make Air-Superiority obvious. Without this setting in the game, will Super Hunter has featured in Dragoness 2 evolutions. Dragoness 2 evolution has some classes skills able to jump up in the air too, like Moonlord, Moonblade Dance, Guardian Destroy. In Dragoness SEA, Moonblade Dance can dodge a lot of attacks, just like Guardian Destroy. But since this game has no air superiority, Chaosmage skills are just same as others. Air counter skills then lost their own advantages. You can see Guardian take damage even in the sky, and definitely no point to dodge attacks on ground with air jump skill. WaterTempest Unbalanced. WaterTempest has shift, stun, and shield abilities. It is good for one-on-one PvP, high accuracy and control with its double jump. Other than that, the low DPS is unbelievable. It is too weak to be balanced. FireCrusader Unbalanced. Many of the skills description indicate of attack and element attack, but this kind of description is too abstract to understand. Even with trigger the burst, it is still difficult to understand why the DPS is so low. Also no direction in character growth. GrowthImpact. Artillery Major Chaos. In Major Chaos description is only mentioned damage. Is it 6% of total damage or 6% of attack and element attack? And what should we focus to increase when strengthening character? And why Major Chaos damage scales so slow? The result, the stronger the character, the less damage Major Chaos dealt in total. FireWindWalker passive. The description is plain and just like other skills. It relies on its crit rate. The higher the crit rate is, the more flying kickstorm you can use, which could increases her DPS ranking.